Hi, everybody, and welcome to Connect In. Connect In is a weekly broadcast about why it's important to get out of our head and back into our body. So we connect in to what our heart holds essential. It's important to create a ritual to help you step out of the craziness of life and the chatter of our mind or whatever else is going on. Create a ritual that says, okay, I'm stepping out of that for a minute and I'm coming back in to myself. So creating a ritual that is right for you at any given moment is the most important thing. And so what I thought I would do today is share with you a way that I come back inside when there is just not a lot of time for the bells and the whistles and the gongs and all that other beautiful stuff that I love, but don't always have it in my back pocket. And so when I realize I am in a twirl, and in a twirl for me is when I feel anxious. Before anxious, I guess, is when I'm overwhelmed. And, we all have different ways that we get caught up in our head. But for me, when I'm in a constant state of overwhelm, that's a sure sign that I am living from here up. Hello, I'm in my head. And what I need to do is come back into my body and in my heart. Step one is to recognize. Step two is to do something about it. And simply, I could just feel my feet on the ground, my butt on the chair, feel myself on the earth. And what that does is one is it automatically takes all the energy that's here and starts to bring it down through your body and ground you by just shifting your awareness down to your feet. So the first thing I do is go, okay, wait, feet on the ground, breathe, letting it fill up my chest, filling up my belly, and wiggling my toes at the same time. Try it with me if you would. Take a moment, just feel the weight of you on the earth. Wiggle your toes and bring your awareness to your breath. Breathe, let your breath come into your belly. Imagine your breath traveling all the way down your legs. Just do a couple cycles of breathing like that. In and out. And just notice how you feel in your body after just those few minutes. Do you feel a little less twirly in the woulda, shoulda, couldas, have tos? And do you feel just a little bit more softer inside yourself? Sometimes that's all we need to get out of the anxious loop. But when you come into your body, when you connect into your body, then you could make decisions that are right for you, not right for everybody else or what you think you should be doing. And I think that's what's really important is how do you discern the difference between what you think is right and what you feel is right in your heart, in your body. And that is simply just coming in and feeling what I call your heart's yes, which is that full body, yes, this feels right. And that's the quick, short version of that. But I also offer a program called Your Heart's Yes, so you can check that out too. But in short, why is it important for us to connect in? What is the difference between knowing what is right for your life, for your soul, for yourself, than what is right for everybody else around you and all the expectations that are put on you and you put on yourself. So when you're trapped in your twirly mind loop, right, you're always thinking of woulda, shoulda, couldas, everybody else's requirements for you, all the things that you should do to make everybody else happy. But often when you're in this state, it feels like you're pushing life up a hill, like a boulder up a hill. There's always this push, there's always a level of fatigue or tired. That's when you're in your mind, in your twirly mind. Worst case scenario, twirly and whirly don't even allow you to get out of bed or get out of the house or make any kind of motion towards happiness. You're kind of stuck in the rut, if you will. When you connect into your heart, into your body, there's a couple things that happen. One is that it helps you discharge all the stress, all this stuff that is just trapped in your head. When you come into your body, you actually breathe. You release your diaphragm. You can allow your breath to come deeper into your body. And then you can access the guidance of your body. Some people call that intuition. I take it a little bit of a step further and say you're connecting in to what your heart holds essential, connecting into your heart's yes. When you are in line with your heart's yes, life is easy. Right? When you're in this shoulda, woulda, coulda, woulda state, right? There's always the next thing that has to happen. Here, 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 back, forth, back, forth. You actually end up living life slightly off center. When you are in your heart's yes, you are like in your body energetically. You can make clear decisions. You may remember that when you were in grade school or high school or college or at your job, whether you are online or in person, you know, what does everybody teach you is the very first thing. Take a couple full deep breaths, right? They say that it helps you calm down, but what it really does is get you back into your centered, grounded, unshakable self. And yeah, of course, there's a couple thousand other things that you can do to make that more power filled for you. I offer programs like that. There's a ton of programs online. But first step is to recognize that you're outside of yourself or you're stuck in your head. Next step is to breathe, to feel your feet on the ground, come back inside. The other thing that happens when you're inside is you are right here, right now. Meditation, they call that the present moment. Sometimes that present moment can feel like it goes on forever, right? But when you come into this space, this is where you are most powerful, most power filled, and most in line with you, your soul, your life mission. So, breath, belly, feet, connecting into yourself is the very first step that you can use when you need to have a difficult or have a conversation with your family member or your teenage child who's all over the place, or when you need to go ask for a raise or a job or a loan. When you connect into your heart's yes, you are in flow with yourself. And that flow with yourself translates to the world around you, which means everybody else feels centered and grounded and a little bit more in line with themselves when you are present. This is an energetic conversation. Point taken. If you have a friend that's always in the drama, chances are after a little bit, you get off-centered. Do you have people in your life that just throw you off? It's because they're wobbling, you're centered. Does that make sense? When you are fully inside yourself, breath, belly, feet, in line, in line, in line with yourself, you are unshakable. And I have a whole series of blogs on how to be unshakable, by the way. But when you are unshakable, things move in an energetic direction that is true and right for you. So take a moment and just reflect on those moments where you are really beside yourself, or stuck in your head, or when you are powerfully inside yourself. For me, my voice is very different. When I am inside myself, I am steady, I am in line, my voice is deeper, I am softer yet more powerful. When I am caught up in my head, my voice gets high, I talk fast, I get really dyslexic, and I'm constantly overwhelmed. So they always joke that we teach what we need to know the most. And so, yeah, I am, I can be in a state of overwhelmed a lot. I used to blame it on a ton of things that I love to do, and I do love to do a ton of things. But those ton of things actually, I think, distract me even more from the sheer fact that I need to keep coming in line with my heart, my body, and I'm going to say my soul's purpose. And soul is a pretty loaded word. One is it's used all the time. And two, do we really know what we're talking about? So I thought today I would just share with you a little bit of a glossary of words that I use. I think everybody knows, but the truth is I'm not so sure about that. So soul for me is that kind of internal guidance system in me that is allowing me to have full range and free choice, but ultimately it is kind of the mission of my life. And we all have this. We all have a soul. We all have a mission. And that mission can be just being a loving and kind person. That can be somebody who is a creative, somebody that's really beautiful at accounting, somebody that really meets you with an open heart. I'm not talking necessarily about um, making a lot of money, or, but it's more about influencing in that really beautiful way of helping humanity get better. So that's kind of soul alignment or soul purpose. Some of us are in touch with it, and some of us are getting an inkling of it. When we get that inkling of it, we're starting to look around going, God, there has to be something different out there. And that something different is not necessarily out there, but it's more of a call, it's a soul cry to come back into you, to connect in with your essence, to connect into what your heart holds essential. So that's what I think of as soul alignment. Getting grounded is that very beautiful experience of coming in and down inside your body, right? It's feeling the weight of you on the earth. So it's not just about feeling your weight, but it's also about energetically, it brings you back inside yourself. So, you know, you feel scattered and you're kind of all over the place. As you get grounded, and for me, grounded is breath, belly, feet, not just thinking about my feet on the ground, but the whole action of breath, belly, feet. So, grounded, it's like you're like, blah, and you come in, breath, belly, feet, right? Grounded is really about coming inside, deep into your belly, deep into your feet. And when you're there, then you can listen to your intuition. So I think most of us know what intuition is. Somehow it's been reserve that it's women's intuition, but all of us have intuition. It's not just a gender related experience. Intuition is, I mean, there's instinct, right? We have instinct. We all have this kind of instinct to survive, this instinct to go through life. You know, there's that kind of innate genetic drive to be human, right? And we all have that. We're all mammals. We all respond to danger. We all respond to love. We all respond to all kinds of stimulus. That's instinct. Intuition is this other sense, you know, it uses our senses in a heightened way to guide ourselves, to trust in something that is not logical but felt. Right? And that is, you know, we all have instincts, we all have intuition, and then we cultivate our intuition. We can make it stronger by just following it. And when you connect into your heart's yes, you actually build your intuition. You build that intuitive part of you that is guiding you to be your brightest and best self. So that's intuition, that's soul, that's grounded. What other word do I use a lot? I don't know, I can't think of anything else now. But what's important is that you find ways to trust your inner guidance, to connect into what your heart holds essential, right? So, in jokingly, I like to call that our own inner guru. Guru is from, the word is from India, and it is about having a teacher, a spiritual teacher generally, although that word guru has been used all over the place, like the marketing guru and this guru. But that means there's an expertise. There is, this person is a teacher. I mean, I think there's a lot to be said about looking to other people to help guide you, to look for a person that can help facilitate or coach you, if you will, to finding your way in life. But here is what I think super important. You need to also look inside yourself for guidance and answers. Because ultimately, everything that you're learning outside is about you coming in and trusting and connecting to your internal guidance system, which is your body and your heart. And when you do that, you are always making choices that are right for you, for your long term vision of you. When you are connecting in with yourself and your heart, you are unshakable. You do stop second guessing yourselves. And I'm not saying you don't have to do the research or the work, but there's a quality in you where when you are connecting in with yourself, you are unshakable. You know your answer is right. So, in the midst of this world of madness, let's just call it what it is, and where we keep wanting to forget about the pandemic and pretend that everything's going along, going back to normal, but there is no normal. Well, there's no old normal. This is our new normal. And the only way to navigate confusion, uncertainty, um, just sheer overall madness is to connect in with yourself. And you do that by breath, belly, feet. Because it's the only way you're going to manage all the madness. So a friend of mine said, you should make a t-shirt that says, when you go eek, go breath, belly, feet. So when you're listening to the news or the radio pops on or some new wild thing shows up, breath, belly, feet. Come back to breath, belly, feet. Feel yourself come in, down, ground, so you can be the best possible person you can be, or your brightest best self, as I like to say. You can be unshakable and go forward in life knowing that you are making the right choices for you first, then your family and friends. So, in the midst of chaos, I offer you breath, belly, feet. I offer a ton of programs to invite you to take control of your life, to connect in with your heart's yes, and to live a life that is deeply happy. You can go over to DominiCelebrate.com and check all that out. If you'd like to join an amazing community that is holding space for all of us to be our best, brightest selves, go over to my Facebook page called the Shine On Community. But again, you can find that all on DominiCelebrate.com. Until then, I wish you a beautiful day. May you find happiness by coming inside. And I'll see you next week. Bye.